Good evening, gamers, and welcome to e-rev TV. Tonight, I am your host, Big Max, the Big Z Zabooty. So, let me introduce to you my co-caster. He is Mr. Wet the System. How are you doing tonight, Wet?
Doing great. Sipping some Blue Moon, getting ready to cast our second game for the night.
Alright, don't get too drunk because then your analytical comments are not going to be quite accurate. Bans are going to be under their way right now. What are we seeing?
We're seeing a Sand Wraith ban, which is, I guess, a good thing after seeing the last game we casted. Soul Stealer, Bombardier, Pharaoh, typical bans so far.
Yeah, pretty typical bands. We're going to get right into lineups here. Making their third appearance for e-rev TV is going to be EAU Clubhouse. They are on the Hellborn side. And making their debut appearance here at e-rev TV is going to be the ProSexInc. And they are playing on the Legion side. So, Wet, would you like to do the honors of lineups?
Yeah, with ProSex as their business is Pwned AIDS, Enjoy, Abulez, Morn, and Sticky Rice. I guess Morn might be a ringer. On the Clubhouse side, we have Troy, Serenakill, Frosty, Pain, and Smooth.
I love that name, Smooth. I don't know why, but I really like the name Smooth. Also, apparently my name has been changed to the Big Z Zabooty, so I guess that will be the new name. But as more bands get underway, we are going to see Pharaoh, Pebbles, Witch Slayer, Bombardier, Soul Stealer, Hellbringer, and Sandwraith. Those look like they are going to be our final bands, and Bubbles looks like it's going to join that. So pretty typical bands, Wet.
Yeah, you know, you always got to see all those middle heroes getting banned. Soul Stealer gets banned a lot of times when they want a particular strat for mid. We do see Witch Slayer getting banned. He doesn't get banned every game. He's a powerful hero, but usually not powerful enough to ban. On an interesting note, Dr. Repulsor is still in the hero picking pool. Usually he is an auto ban.
Yeah, I'm really scared, and also to point that out, my real name, Big Max, or actually Noah Big Max Zubaidi. Big Max really not being my middle name, but Zubaidi would give the fact that I'm a terrorist, and I'd rather keep that under wraps, as you know, a couple of my cousins are wanted. So we're gonna not get into that point right now, as Homeland Security is gonna knock down my door any second. So as we do see that Fast Devourer pick, I'm not lying. Yeah, a couple of cousins are really wanted. We're not gonna get into that. So Devourer is gonna be the first pick for ProSexInc. We're waiting for a couple of picks here by Clubhouse, and yeah, Dr. Repulsor, that's quite a scary fact. And they're gonna pick up Myrmidon. I love Myrmidon. We saw him last game. Big tide shifter. And what do you think about that?
I like how you called him a tide shifter. Yeah, I like the Myrmidon pick. I even like the Defiler pick. I'm not a big fan of the Devourer pick. Devourer is a hero usually picked to counter a mid, but it seems like he's easily countered.
Yeah, and I guess I'll never get to see my favorite hero get played, which is Bombardier. You know, they made that hero for me. I asked them. I wanted a terrorist in the game, sort of, and they gave me Bombardier. Too bad I'll never get to see him played in professional play. He usually gets banned. But Dr. Repulsor, surprisingly enough, not really, as I knew he was going to get picked one way or another. God, I hate that hero. He's so gay, but he is going to be on the ProSexInc side. And what do you think with that pick? You think that's going to change this game at all, Wet?
There's a reason he's banned every game. He's a powerful hero. It's kind of weird pick up after them picking Devourer up. And then again, I think Defiler is a strange pickup after them picking Devourer up. So far, the picks this whole game are a little strange.
Well, everything seems to be strange. I mean, first of all, you know, there's a terrorist casting. And second of all, I'll never get to see Bombardier. Like, I wish Bombardier would just be nerfed so that I could see that ultimate. You know, because, I mean, no offense, but when I see that ultimate, it makes me feel so good. I love that 9,000 yard across the map, dropping of the bombs. It's just a fun ult. It makes me, you know, get a kick out of it. So, too bad we'll never get to see that. Glacius going to join that Devourer and that Dr. Repulsor, though, making up their three heroes for right now. Waiting for a couple more picks here by Clubhouse. A strange pick again, Balfagor and Polywog, so no really carry yet. I mean, I guess Defiler is an int carry per se, but not really with items, just more of her abilities, you know what?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. There are some heroes that scale well with farm, but no real carry yet. And this is going to be an interesting game. We're not seeing any of the current metagame picks really right now.
Yeah, I'm interested to see exactly what carry the ProSexInc is going to go. The two picks they have highlighted right now, as they're sort of fluctuating through these picks right now, not really sure what they're going to pick. Yellow pretty fixated, though, on this big behemoth. Sorry, I almost said Big Max there, because I'm so fixated on myself with my, gorgeous looks and all. But I'm not sure exactly what carry they're going to go for, nor am I sure exactly what carry Clubhouse is going to go for. What would you think that their ideal carries are?
I'm not sure. I think maybe ProSex is planning on carrying with their int carries. You know, Dr. Repulsor and Torture both scale a lot with farm. The more mana regen they get, the more damage they put out. As far as the Hellborn team, not sure what they're going to want to go. They might be kind of thinking the same thing, that they don't really need a hard carry. And indeed, we do see that when they pick up Voodoo Jester for support. So it looks like they're going to be relying a lot on Defiler and Polywog Priest for their damage output.
I have not been able to see a Devourer in professional play yet, so this is gonna be a damn good game, Wet. I want to see the proest hook and team saves from this Devourer, and just a bunch of nom-nomming all on these Hellborn team players right now. We need to see this. What tri-lane are we gonna see, if indeed we do see a tri-lane?
I would imagine the tri-lane is going to want to support that Dr. Repulsor. Dr. Repulsor can solo, and maybe they'll tri-lane the Torturer. I've never seen a Torturer tri-lane before. It'd be interesting to see. As far as the Hellborn goes, I would imagine the tri-lane is going to be with Balfagor. That could be an alright tri-lane. This is such a strange game. We might not even see a tri-lane.
Yeah, it has been a really strange game. Last game picked up with 4 ints as Behemoth tries to block his own team in the well for some giggles right there at the start. So this sort of like the same thing. We've got some practically 4 non-carry type heroes on both sides, and as well 4 ints again on that Hellborn side. Saw the same thing last game, and just some really weird picks these last 2 games. What?
Yeah, especially this game. It's going to all be about the ganking. There's going to be ganking, counter-ganking. We might see some tower pushing by the Hellborn team, just because you have that Polywog Priest and Defiler. They could be going, oh, I forgot about that. I didn't even think about that. Balfagor's minions, Polywog Priest's ult, and Defiler's ultimate is a really strong push team.
Yeah, and the whole point of his minions also dealing a lot of damage with the Hell on Neworth, that massive ultimate that when stacks up enough charges, I believe causes the creeps to explode. Or they spawn creeps or something that explode. They deal quite a bit of damage, so just a lot of extra additive damage on there. But yes, they do have that tower push potential, and it doesn't look like for the first time we're going to see a tri-lane. I don't think we're going to see a tri-lane this time.
Yeah, it looks like a 2-1-2 with Balfagor soloing mid. That's an interesting choice. I expected Dr. Repulsor or Defiler to solo mid.
Yeah, well, we got Balfagor soloing mid over here. That's kind of interesting. Maybe they thought they were going to put Dr. Repulsor mid, and they just said, hey, we'll counter him with Balfagor, if indeed they can really counter. I'm more interested in this Devour Glacius lane down at bottom, which has got me salivating for a Bloodlust. That's right. Big word of the day is salivating. I brought it in here. That's my vocabulary word of the day. Take it or leave it.
Oh, they did put Dr. Repulsor mid. I got my teams mixed up. I meant Polywog Priest mid. It's weird that Devour isn't mid, but I guess he is laning with that Glacius. It's going to be a fun lane to watch, as we see they're getting aggressive really early.
Oh, I just love that. You see Devour coming out of the woods. I'm coming, man. But they're just going to kelp him. He'll back off. So yeah, it's just some interesting lanes all around. We do see Defiler poly top, and it's kind of like the same setup that the Legion team has on that bottom. Just a couple of really tanky, damagey, bursty heroes. I know so many adjectives that really don't make sense, but in a way they do.
So we see the Legion team down bottom being really aggressive. Glacius throws out a slow, and they just run away as Devour tries to chase them down.
Yeah, no mana pickup yet by that Glacius. Looks he's going to get that stun first. They want to go for an early Bloodlust. I know they want to. They're going to look for a really opportune time here to get a hook. And as they're already 2 and the other team is 1, just because of all those slows, this could happen, earlier than you think. There's the stun. Look at this. He doesn't need to blow hook yet, and I think he's going to let Glacius. Glacius going to move, and here comes the hook. There's the hook, and I'm not sure why Myrmidon didn't try and zigzag a little bit. What?
Maybe it just didn't really occur to him. Usually Devour starts off with the hook, doesn't finish with the hook.
Yeah, but he had that really good setup by that Glacius, which is why I was just hoping that Glacius wasn't going to get in the way. And this Voodoo Jester taking a chance, though. He looks like he's going to get away, though. He'll casket Devo. Devo's going to take some unnecessary damage there. Turns Rod off just a little bit late. So we're taking a few more damage points than he really should have. And I don't think we're going to see a lot of action on any other lane besides maybe top. I think there'll be some things going on at top, but I think the majority of it's going to be at bottom, Wet.
Yeah, very true. That's where we're going to see a lot of the really aggressiveness, because Myrmidon and Voodoo Jester can put out a very good combo with that Cursed Ground. Oh, there we see another hook on the Myrmidon.
Yeah, but he's going to go ahead and Myrmidon will kelp field. We'll get out of the way right there. No damage done. Well, massive damage at least. And we're going to see a counter ward going off there by Glacius. So Glacius digging into the trees with some runes to get that ward killed. A couple of Behemoth Stuns being tossed out here. Defier looks like she might go down. Can Torture get one more? Look at that long-range tort, but it's not going to be enough. He'll get away. Defier's going to go ahead and HP pot up. And almost a great setup there by that Behemoth.
Yeah, Torture is a really strong hero with that impalement. If you get the hero alone without any creeps, it does a lot of damage. I often like to pub stomp using Hammerstorm and Torture. It's a really fun strategy.
Yeah, I believe me and you have done that lane. That's why a couple of times. It usually works out better when I play Hammerstorm because I think I really suck with Torture. But that's just how Han goes. I'm in that amazing 1500 bracket, so that's where all the pro people play at. Anyway, what do we got so far for skills?
Skills, we see Valfagor isn't picking up his silence, probably because he's middle lane, not really worrying about needing his silence to help with ganks or help with counter ganks. But we do see he's losing mid pretty bad to Dr. Repulsor. In fact, I would have to say laning at the moment is going entirely in Legion's favor.
Yeah, they do look like they're a little bit higher up on the gold per minute just overall in this game. I mean, no hero kills, actually just 1 for the Legion. It was Bloodlust, but that's surprisingly high for this early in. Here we go, we got a kelp field going out here on this Devourer. No follow-up besides a casket. And that's about it. Oh man, here it goes. He'll waveform out though. I'm not smart enough to get waveform, so I would have been dead there, what?
Yeah, you would have.
So, people obviously knowing how to play a little bit better than I do. And we're going to see a tongue tie here on this Behemoth, though. Here comes a silence by that Defiler. A great silence as we saw Torture was getting ready to stun. But that Defi is going to get caught off from this team. Can they get that Behemoth, though? Polywog desperately chasing. Where's that Electric Jolt? There it is. We're going to see a wave, and it does get her. It gets that Tort, but Tort is going to get away, and we are going to see 1 down for top lane. It is going to be Behemoth. Actually going on here at bottom lane, we're going to quickly swap down here, and we're going to see a freeze, and there goes Voodoo. He's going to go down, but are we going to see a kelp field? No, he doesn't have enough mana. So Myrmidon, lack of mana, not being able to take down that Devourer there. What?
Yeah, very action-packed game. Aggression is both the Legion's forte and their fall at the moment. Because that Behemoth, he was just a little bit out of place, kind of not synced up with Torture. And at the bottom, the exact opposite story. They're working together perfectly. I could not imagine Devour working so well with this Glacius. It's going great for them right now.
It's with that freeze and then the rot, and it can only get worse for that Hellborn bottom lane when Devourer hits level 6, because then he has the option of running up to you and eating you before he hooks, so he never has to waste hook on the initiation. Therefore, he doesn't have to worry about the creeps because you're going to be straight in front of him after you try and retreat. So always a big plus if you have someone to stop and stun him to where you can run up, rot, and eat. We're going to see nothing going on here in middle lane, just some basic domination going on here by Dr. Repulsor. That's actually some massive domination in that middle lane, and basically based off of stats and just keeping Belphegor under level 6 and under farmed.
Yeah, the creep kill shows everything. Dr. Repulsor has 30 creep kills. Dr. Repulsor has the same amount of denies as Belphegor has kills. Now he's picked up a few since they've gotten onto the tower, but mid lane's not going very well for him. And we see the same thing with Devour bottom. He's got an amazing creep score and 15 creep denies.
Well, if you look at it, there is an astonishing difference between the creep kills overall for both teams. Legion at 86, Hellborn only at 33, now picking up a kill right there on a creep, but actually also on a hero up at top lane, as we do see Dr. Repulsor coming up there and actually getting a double tap right there. He probably ulted in with a couple of good stuns there by that Torrent Behemoth. But as I was saying, they're failing on the overall creep kills team-wide and creep denies, almost 4 times the amount of creep denies less and 3 times the the creep kills.
Yeah, and like Dr. Repulsor gank just makes it even worse because they were actually doing fairly decent up top. Dr. Repulsor got that Invis rune. They had no idea it was coming because they don't have the river warded, and he just ulted through both of them.
Oh, that kelp field just hit him. We are going to see that Glacius go down, but not before Myrmidon. There's that wave force saving him again. I would have been dead once again. Voodoo's not going to be so lucky, though. He'll go down. And can we see this Devourer go down? Myrmidon not having enough mana. Oh my god. Do something. Oh my god. A quick turnaround there by that Devourer. He gets in the woods. He readies himself up. And he gets a headshot. Flint Beastwood is not playing, but I consider that a headshot. It was a really good hook right there. Great turnaround by Devo, picking up that double tap.
He took a sip from his sweet drink out of that blood chalice and just... oh, that was such a good kill. What a great turnaround.
8 minutes and 36 seconds in here, ladies and gentlemen. Devourer already has Shaman's headdress. I mean, that's pretty damn good for a Devo. That's why Devo's banned usually. Just a side note, that's why I'd ban Devo in all professional type of play. Clubhouse also getting denied the chance to play Sandwraith again, Wet.
Yeah, Sandwraith is very ban-worthy at the moment. I just want to point out that Devour's gold per minute is the exact same as Dr. Repulsor's. He is getting a major farm down that bottom lane.
Yeah, they both are getting some great farm, and the level difference between all the lanes right now is a substantial. It doesn't really look like it, but in HoN terms, when you've got people at 4 and at 5 in lanes that aren't tri lanes, something's going on. As I'm talking, we are going to see Glacius going very low. He's going to go down to one of those creeps that Belphegor had, and we're going to see this from chasing here. Tort with a great stun, but Behemoth running back in, not sure why. He's going to get tongue-tied right here. A big Behemoth ult. Oh my god, there goes 2 of them right there. And we're going to see a chase here by Dr. Repulsor. There's a slow, there's a hit, there's a bin there, and he was there. He is there, he is in there, and he did take him down. Double tap again by Dr. Repulsor. What a great turnaround by that Behemoth, Wet.
Oh my god, I lost my breath. I didn't see it coming at all. Legion team, we should rename their clan to the Comeback Kids.
When Behemoth turned around, Wet, I wasn't thinking, you know, hey, he's gonna do this. I was thinking, what is he thinking? I mean, I didn't know what he was going for, but after that tongue tie came off, he had a whopping ult that just drained the HP from those 3 Hellborn heroes, and then they were able to be finished off by that Torture and that Dr. Repulsor combo right there. So Dr. Repulsor definitely showing why he is usually banned in these types of games, and I think it's pretty one-sided so far, as we do see some massive gold and XP differences, all in the Hellborn's favor, as well as creep kills and creep denies.
Only 11 minutes into the game also. Man, that top kill could have only been better if Behemoth would have actually gotten the hat trick. I would have just died laughing.
Yeah, that was should have been a hat trick. A couple of creeps would have been there. I think it would have been a hat trick. What really set up that that much damage was Balfagor's creeps actually turned that one around against their own team, because as we all know, the more enemy creeps in the area, the more damage Behemoth does. Behemoth, one of my favorite heroes. And look at that, the way Devo uses his hook, I really like it. Even though he misses, he quickly runs to try and like get him with that swoop, so as it moves diagonally, thinking he can grab him. So I always like to see Devos play like that, instead of the whole, oh, I missed, and that's about it.
Yeah. I have to say I really like that Behemoth pick in retrospect. They picked him up at the very end of their picking phase, and once I realized it was push strat, Behemoth just completely counters push strat. We do see a TP to the middle lane to help support this Dr. Repulsor, but Devour misses his hook and nothing's going to come of it.
Yeah, looks like Dr. Repulsor going a little commando there, Arnold Schwarzenegger style, thinking he could take on all three of those at one time. Gonna get a quick kill on that. That Defiler doesn't get it because he's going to get stunned, but he'll ult out, and that ult, it's such an amazing ult. It's almost better than a port key. I believe it's better than a port key. It's a hell of a lot better than a port key, actually, and this is why. I mean, he just comes right on in there, slows the hero, keeps up with you, and you know, he can just keep ulting right in front of you just a little bit to proc that slow, and then keep
Yeah, sometimes it blows my mind that ability doesn't have any sort of cooldown.
Well, it does cost quite a bit of mana though, so I guess that's why S2 keeps it the way it does. Quick tower kill is going to go down here at middle lane for the Legion team, as that brings gold differences skyrocketing to 10,000 and about 6,500 experience difference. 10-3 right now on the hero kills, Legion up on that, as well as Legion up one tower. So everything pretty much going in favor for the Legion team. And I want to know what's going through the Hellborn's mind right now of why they pick such good heroes too. Like, there's good picks on both sides, but they seem to be lacking, Wet.
Yeah, I think the Legion counterpicked fairly well. Torturer and Behemoth were at the end, and they're both really tough heroes to play against.
You know what? With all this info, I want to know where the Mage Bane's at.
Or the Vindicator, for that matter.
And we're going to see another victim fall to Devour as we go over here, and we're going to see two Hellborn members fall right there to this massive stun, slow, all this type of ownage going down here at bottom lane. Dr. Repulsor makes his presence notable in any game he plays. He's such a powerful hero. That's why when he wasn't auto-banned, I knew this could only go bad.
I think the only reason Dr. Repulsor hasn't been nerfed yet is simply because he gets banned every game.
Yeah. Well, we see here why he should get a little bit of a nerf. Not really sure how you'd go about nerfing that. Because the main reason that makes him so good is that ultimate. There needs to be some sort of a slight cooldown, but I think the mana cost is why S2 thinks it makes up for each other, kind of cancels each other out. I still think just banning him and getting him out of the way is the best way to solve that problem. But maybe Hellborn trying to play a little risky here. So Myrmidon's gonna go one-on-one right here. We are gonna see a Polywog ult, but that's not gonna keep anybody from killing him. He's gonna go down to that Glacius and that Devo right there, and they're gonna try and smack these wards maybe for some gold up there, probably. So I don't know what I didn't see this coming into this game so one-sided.
Oh, I didn't either. I expected kind of a less organized ganking strategy from the Legion team and a lot of pushing going on from the Hellborn team, but it's just not turning out that way. They're completely being suppressed by the Legion team.
Why don't we get into some items real quick while we have a chance? As looks like Glacius is gonna go down, and actually, 1 second, we are gonna see Defiler. Yep, Defiler's gonna go down after getting the kill on that Glacius. So now that we have some downtime, why don't we go into a little bit on items and abilities?
Oh yeah, we see Torture kind of picking up his ultimate a little early. I'm never a big fan of picking up his ultimate before you get stacked. It's very mana intensive. Dr. Repulsor already has his sustainer. He's got a great... As we said, Devour has an amazing farm also.
Right there at bottom lane, kind of missed it. They mistook there by that Devo. Kind of a, I would call it a little retard moment right there. It's just sitting right there. So, he can only hit moving targets apparently, and that Devo has showed some great skills so far in hooks, so we'll give him that one miss. But as you were saying on items, Devo getting an amazing farm, picked up a health tube it looks like, so probably going to go maybe for, looks like, I don't know, what'd you say, Helm?
Yeah, he might continue to go tanky and get a helm in the Black Legion.
Look at that Porky and Bipa.
Go ahead.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm sorry. As we were going for this, I was about to say Behemoth does have a Porky. He shows exactly why. With a savage, ooh, I love that flamboyant pack, by the way. Maybe that's just me, because I'm the only one who likes to hear that. I'm in California, so the Bay is very close anyway. I try and keep a touch of it, and, you know, in where I live at all times. So, always a big plus to pick up that flamboyant pack. But yeah, definitely a big initiation there by that Behemoth, and it paid off in the end.
Yeah, the first team fight where Behemoth like tricks you up with that portal key is always very, very entertaining. They're just like, what the hell happened?
I tell you, my favorite way to play Behemoth is you get that, and you get a refresher stone, and you are set. I tell you, that's all you do. You set to go. Get up in there, you ult again. Look at this Dr. Repulsor being a boss. He's gonna slow, get out. Here comes a Glacier Assault. Defiler's gonna pump an ult. That's not gonna do anything though. Get that shit out of there, Defiler. That's what they're saying. Defiler's gonna go down. Voodoo's gonna go down right there. And that's gonna be 2 kills added on to the Legion score. 21-4. Massive goal differences. And this is so one-sided. I think I need to go. I mean, it's one-sided. But we're not gonna go anywhere. This game is still pretty much live right here. It could be a turnaround wet. I mean, I've seen weirder things happen in games of Han, so we won't count anybody out yet, but this has turned into just a slaughter, and a very one-sided slaughter.
The biggest problem right now is the only people that have died on the Legion team are their 2 support heroes. You see that Devour is 7-0, Dr. Repulsor is 8-0, and Torture is 3-0.
Devourer getting a little cocky there. Oh no, actually just bringing up kind of a cool point, I guess. But we do see a home wrecker. Damn you, Dr. Repulsor, for being a home wrecker. So he is gonna get a kill right there on on that Defiler. And I don't know at this point if Clubhouse is really even trying anymore.
Well, I'm sure they're still in that. I know Clubhouse, they're good sports, but they have a long uphill battle to fight. It's so early in the game, and the gap is already so wide.
Yeah, we're looking at about 24,000 gold difference and about an 18,000 experience difference. And it's not over till we do see a concede. We saw last time that Clubhouse did get beat. They didn't get beat pretty bad though. They did wait for the throne to be killed. We'll probably see it here again. I like that type of play. We talked about it during that time. But any new items? Do we see any new items on this Legion team?
Yes, we do. Dr. Repulsor has his sheep stick, and we do see Devour jumping onto this Polywog Priest with his ultimate, and eventually killing him, but not before Polywog Priest throws down his ultimate, and Defiler getting destroyed by Dr. Repulsor.
Can't touch this superstar. Oh. The only thing that would make this even better is if Twizz's sex kittens were getting all these sexy titles, all these superstars and stuff like that. But we are seeing a vote to concede here. I don't know if it's gonna pass. Oh man, a 20-minute concede. I don't think I've ever seen this early of a concede in professional play. I don't know if Clubhouse came in here already. It was a really late game. When I did talk to Clubhouse before here, they did seem a little tired because it was a double book game for the other team. But the other team, I think, still hot from their last game. Not sure if they won it wet, but they definitely came in here, and they came in here balls deep.
Yeah, they came in here ready to play. That Dr. Repulsor has so many items. He had a sheep stick at 20 minutes in. That is insane. He almost reached 500 gold per minute before we even reached the real mid-game where you start getting the farm.
So yeah, any last comments on this game? I mean, we didn't really even get into the whole pausing and all that downtime and stuff. Just a really fast, one-sided game, what?
I think I have to say that the problems were they didn't counter that Devourer pick well enough, and the Behemoth pick was perfect. They saw the push strat, and they picked up that Behemoth, and he eats push strats alive. Because you can't be in a big group. Balfgor's minions become a liability. Behemoth's just a fantastic hero.
So you've heard it here, ladies and gentlemen, at e-rev TV. Make sure to always tune in. I should be getting more Honcasts up shortly from a various wide variety of teams, all in CEVO, all trying to get on top and win this CEVO Open division. It's anybody's game right now. It's all up for grabs. I am Big Max, the Big Z Zabooty, Noah Big Max Zubaidi. Pick either one. He is Wet the System. And if you don't have anything left to say, Wet, I'm pretty good. I'm ready to sign off.
No, that domination sums it up. That was a great game. It was entertaining.
Alright, so here from e-rev TV, I am Big Max. He is Wet the System, and we are signing off. Thank you very much.